Top Stories Weekend Review for August 17th, 2025. Political news. Trump-Putin. Alaska summit ends with ambitious claims but no deal. President Trump and Vladimir Putin met in Alaska for nearly 3 hours. Trump called it, great progress, though no concrete agreement or ceasefire resulted. Both sides agreed to keep key stakeholders, including NATO and Ukraine's President Zelensky, informed. This meeting also coincided with Trump scaling back federal control of DC's police department. Texas Democrats flee state to block redistricting. Over 50 Democratic legislators from Texas fled the state, denying the House a quorum to stall a Republican-backed redistricting plan aimed at consolidating power. They traveled to states like New York and California, organizing press events with national Democratic figures while doing business remotely. The exodus sparked legal challenges and bomb scare threats. Lawmakers framed their act as defending democracy against encroaching Republican power. Trump scales back DC police takeover. Xi promises no Taiwan invasion. In Washington, Trump eased a planned federal takeover of the DC police force, maintaining local control amid political backlash. At the same time, Trump revealed that Chinese President Xi Jinping told him China would not invade Taiwan during his presidency. These developments illustrate efforts to moderate earlier aggressive moves in both domestic governance and diplomacy. Ethical concerns arise over Republican ties to fossil fuel industry. Republican lawmakers attracted scrutiny after receiving over $105 million in donations from the fossil fuel industry. Critics argue such contributions could influence policymaking, especially on energy and climate issues. This has ignited debates over lobbying influence and political integrity. The issue gained traction as environmental concerns heighten. Political intrigue, lake-level manipulation and investment in intel. Additional scrutiny emerged over manipulation of an Ohio lake level, allegedly timed for the birthday of Vice President J.D. Vance. Meanwhile, reports surfaced about a potential Trump administration investment in intel, signaling internal maneuvering around tech and public optics. These developments underscore the intersection of policy, politics, and public image. World News. Palestinian state recognition still premature, says Danish Prime Minister amid Gaza tragedy. Denmark's Prime Minister stated conditions are not yet suitable to recognize a Palestinian state, emphasizing the need for mutual recognition and democratic governance without extremist influence. The Gaza humanitarian crisis has escalated, with nearly 62,000 dead and widespread shortages. Protests erupted in Tel Aviv demanding hostage releases, while international groups demand unfettered aid access. Microsoft is even investigating possible misuse of its tech in surveillance by the Israeli military. Zelensky warns Russia may escalate attacks amid diplomatic stalemate. With peace talks unproductive, Ukrainian President Zelensky warned Russia could ramp up air assaults to gain leverage. Russian forces continue pressing in Donetsk, capturing additional villages amid intense conflict. Zelensky noted both recent civilian casualties and partial success in some counter-offensives. He plans to meet Trump in Washington to push for renewed international support. High-level talks ahead, China's foreign minister to visit India over border dispute. Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi is set to visit India to engage in diplomatic talks on their persistent border tensions. He will meet with India's National Security Advisor Ajit Doval and External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar through the Special Representative Mechanism. The visit underscores both nations' willingness to pursue dialogue over hardline posturing. It offers a rare diplomatic opening amid a historically fraught frontier. Pakistan floods kill over 300 amid escalating climate impacts. Catastrophic floods in Pakistan have claimed more than 300 lives, highlighting the worsening impact of climate-induced disasters. The deluge effected widespread destruction and further tests emergency response and infrastructure resilience. The crisis draws international attention and aid. It also intensifies pressure on policymakers to address climate vulnerability. Hezbollah refuses disarmament, framing Lebanon's plan as favoring Israel. Hezbollah's leader rejected Lebanon's initiative to disarm the group, arguing the plan serves Israeli interests. This stance deepens political divisions within Lebanon and complicates internal and regional diplomacy. The refusal underscores the tangled power dynamics in the Middle East. It reinforces Hezbollah's entrenched influence in Lebanese politics. Tech news. Anthropic AI models now can end abusive conversations. AI developer Anthropic unveiled new features allowing its language models to terminate persistently harmful or abusive interactions, not for user protection, but to safeguard the AI system itself. This marks a significant ethical and architectural shift in AI-human interaction design. It raises debates about autonomy, safety, and the future of AI. Top AI figures gather at IJSAI 2025 in Montreal. The 34th International Joint Conference on Artificial Intelligence began in Montreal, drawing over 2,000 attendees from academia and industry. The week-long event offers a platform for sharing breakthroughs and collaboration across AI research. It remains the oldest and most prestigious AI conference. Its timing aligns with growing global enthusiasm and scrutiny of AI's impact. AOL finally hangs up on dial-up. Tech Editorial reports that AOL has officially ended its dial-up internet service, marking the end of an era. The closure reflects the broader obsolescence of dial-up as broadband and mobile internet become ubiquitous. It's a symbolic moment for internet history. The decision underscores how far everyday connectivity has evolved. Surge in funding across tech sectors, including AI and biotech. Venture capital activity from August 11th through 15th showed strong investment across AI, fintech, health tech, climate tech, longevity biotech, and quantum-secure systems. Founders are pushing boundaries in technologies from enterprise AI agents to rare earth magnet production. These capital flows suggest robust confidence in innovation-led growth. It signals a fertile environment for startups in critical emerging sectors. Secret Apple hardware revealed in software leak. Apple inadvertently exposed details of its upcoming hardware in its own software code, offering a sneak peek into upcoming product launches. This unintentional leak has channeled heightened media speculation and fan excitement. It's another reminder of the complexities in tech companies' information control. The leak may accelerate public anticipation and rumor cycles. Well, here's some fascinating science news. New research reveals that both iceberg carving and underwater melting contribute significantly to Greenland ice sheet mass loss. Fiber optic sensing techniques, are now offering unprecedented insight into these complex dynamics. These findings really enhance our understanding of sea level rise contributors, and importantly, they could inform climate models and mitigation plans. Now, for a roundup of the week's most intriguing science. Discoveries range from astrophysics to marine biology, including new observations about black holes and the enduring mystery of blue whales' songs. This collection, I must say, reflects a wide spectrum of scientific curiosity and progress. Such popular science summaries help bridge public understanding, highlighting both cosmic wonders and earthbound marvels. In response to the EPA's plan to rescind its 2009 greenhouse gas endangerment finding, the National Academies will fast-track a review of recent greenhouse gas research. Scheduled for September release, it aims to inform regulatory decisions. This move really reflects the rising stakes in environmental policymaking, and it underscores the relationship between science and governance. A comprehensive summary now caps a prolific week across disciplines: moon mission developments, medical advances, and environmental trends. These highlights underscore the interdisciplinary nature of modern science. The format, I think, simplifies complexity for broad audiences, and it also spotlights emerging breakthroughs across multiple fronts. And for skywatchers, August brings a real treat: a morning planetary duet of Jupiter and Venus, along with the annual Perseid meteor shower lighting up the night sky. Mars remains visible in the early evening, though lower than in preceding months. NASA offers guidance to stargazers hoping to catch these cosmic events. Altogether, the astronomical show enhances August's nighttime allure. This week in medical news, a rather alarming discovery. Respiratory viruses like the flu or COVID-19 may actually reactivate dormant breast cancer cells in the lungs, potentially raising the risk of relapse. The research points to IL-6-mediated changes and immune suppression as the underlying mechanism. The warning really highlights the importance of vigilant post-infection monitoring for survivors, and it opens up new avenues for preventative strategies. Shifting gears. A meta-analysis of 8 trials found that consuming over 60 grams of almonds per day can significantly reduce oxidative DNA and lipid damage, while boosting antioxidant enzymes. The benefits do vary depending on dosage and preparation, but these findings add to the growing support for nuts in promoting cellular health. Honestly, they underscore just how powerful dietary interventions can be in preventive care. Meanwhile, a study from DZNE and LMU Munich revealed that brain immune activity may drive early smell loss in Alzheimer's disease, sometimes even before cognitive impairment appears. This insight could help identify earlier biomarkers and possible diagnostic targets, while also emphasizing the complex neuroimmune role in neurodegeneration. Ongoing research may well pave the way for earlier intervention. In hospital news, NYU Langone plans to open a new $22 million cardiac surgery unit in Brooklyn and expand its Long Island electrophysiology and catheterization services. Demand for heart-related procedures is up, EP by 11% and cath volume by 7%. So this expansion really illustrates the growing pressure on hospital infrastructure, all while aiming to better serve the community's cardiac care needs. And finally, Healthline has reported mounting concerns about GLP-1 weight loss drugs and potential links to eye disorders and vision loss. At the same time, Lilly's new oral GLP-1 pill, orforglipron, has shown an average weight loss of 12.4% in trials. These developments highlight both the promise and the emerging risks of pharma-driven obesity treatments. So, ongoing monitoring and regulatory guidance remain absolutely critical. In sports news, the English Premier League kicks off with Liverpool hosting Bournemouth in a primetime match, and the game carries a heavy emotional weight as Liverpool pays tribute to their legend Diogo Jota, who was tragically lost in a car crash. Meanwhile, prominent clubs like Manchester City and United are facing intense pressure as they debut their new squads. Over in Chicago, UFC 319 takes center stage with a title bout between Dricus du Plessis and Khamzat Chimaev, and UFC has just inked a mega TV deal with Paramount. At the same time, niche sports are shining at the World Games in Chengdu, though the event was marred by the tragic death of orienteering athlete Mattia De Bertoli. Across the sporting world, we've got sprint showcases, tennis rivalries, and even some redneck brawls, making for an absolutely packed calendar. The weekend really exemplifies the vast variety and entertainment power of sport. Now, Lakers superstar Luka Doncic gave fans a bit of a scare at Eurobasket when he limped off after a fall, but medical evaluation confirmed it was just a minor ankle sprain and not a serious injury. His positive outlook and leadership have been on full display, and teams will be keeping an eye on him as he recovers for upcoming games. In golf, the 2025 BMW Championship, part of the FedEx Cup playoffs, took place in Maryland, featuring the top 50 golfers. Robert McIntyre set the pace after round one, riding 6 straight birdies to lead at 8 under par. Big names like Scheffler and McIlroy are still favourites, though some players unfortunately missed the cut for the event. The tournament is shaping up to be a real high-stakes drama in the playoff race. And finally, in NFL preseason action, the Kansas City Chiefs' defense faltered as the Seahawks rushed for a dominant 268 yards, exposing some real weaknesses. Several rookies underperformed, and a key concussion to Noel Williams has raised health concerns. Meanwhile, the Packers overcame the Colts 23-19 with a strong finish. All in all, this kickoff period is revealing shifting rosters and storylines ahead of the regular season. In entertainment news, the revival of Sex and the City has officially aired its series finale, bringing a sense of closure to fans everywhere. At the same time, rapper Drake's legal dispute over a Kendrick Lamar song has escalated even further. Fans and media alike are weighing both the nostalgia of a beloved show ending and the growing drama in the music industry. On the music front, pop-punk band Yellowcard released Bedroom Posters, their first single in nearly 10 years, ahead of an album this October. Taylor Swift announced her 12th studio album, The Life of a Showgirl, due out on October 3rd. MGK dropped Lost Americana on August 8th, with its track Starman, sampled from Third Eye Blind, now the official anthem of college football season. Five Finger Death Punch is planning to re-record their classics after losing their masters, echoing Taylor's own strategy. In a notable show of unity, Over 1,000 entertainers, including Amy Schumer, Howie Mandel, and Deborah Messing, have signed an open letter condemning the forces of censorship and calling for greater cultural openness. They've really decried the escalating backlash and are standing up for free expression in creative fields. This collective statement reflects the growing concern about cancel culture's influence on art and public discourse. On the charts, Chappell Roan debuted in the top 3 of the Billboard Hot 100 with The Subway, while Soulja Boy's Your Idol climbed the chart alongside Will Hunter X's Golden. These new chart movers are a sign of fresh trends and breakout impact in mainstream music, highlighting a dynamic and ever-evolving landscape. And for those looking for something new to watch, Newsweek has listed the complete lineup of new movies and shows arriving on Peacock in August. The August slate really expands viewer choices across genres and demographics, underscoring the streaming platform's strategy to stay competitive with fresh content. It's definitely a must-check for binge watchers and genre fans alike. You've just heard the week's biggest stories: politics, world events, tech, science, medicine, sports, and entertainment. But honestly, the headlines are just the start. Now it's on us to question, to share, and to make sure the truth gets louder than the noise. So join the fight by liking, subscribing, and sharing this breakdown with someone who needs to hear it. This is more than news. It's the blueprint for staying ahead, staying sharp, and never being left in the dark. Let's make every voice count.